Hello, folks. Welcome to the Mindset Artistry podcast. I'm your host, Dave DiPaolo. This is episode number 14. I did miss a week last week, and reason being is, there was an assassination attempt on former President Trump's life last weekend. And, Monday came around, and I was going to do the podcast, and I was really trying to stay away from politics in this show. I felt like it was impossible for me to do that by, doing a show that Monday after that happened and not talk about it. And, especially with, there was so much going on, right? There was, so much confusion. There was so many opinions. There were so many different theories and different things going on around there. And a lot of people just didn't really know entirely what was going on. So I felt it better for me to just not do a show that day because I didn't want to do something, about a totally different topic when obviously something like that is going on. And so it leads me to this week. And like I said, I did want to stay away from politics in this show, and I'm still going to do that. You're not going to get my opinion out of me. You're not going to, hear me promote or talk about politics. But I am going to kind of talk about keeping the right mindset during these turbulent times, okay? And that is so important. And having clarity and having the right perceptions of things is super important in a time like this, in a turbulent time like this. It's election year. Election years are always crazy. It's hard to drown out the noise. It's everywhere. It's in your face. It's all over the internet. It's all over the news. It's all people are talking about. And, it can consume you. It can put you in a very bad mood. It can put you in a very bad mindset. And to the point where it makes it very difficult to do anything else that you want to do. Very hard to focus. And you could feel a lot of anger, a lot of anxiety, and all these other different, kind of negative things that can consume you and take over you. But you could combat that by having the right mindset, staying peaceful, staying, very perceptive of what's going on around you, and having clarity. And that's something that I am going to talk about in this. So again, what happened, and even since then, this weekend, Biden stepped away. He came out of the race, and he's no longer running. So there's a lot going on, and buckle up, because there's still a lot more that can go on. The RNC is not here. We still don't really even totally know who is going to be the Democratic candidate. He endorsed Kamala, but at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. Once they get to the DNC, they can do whatever they want. So we'll see what happens. We don't even really know who's running right now. So it's been a crazy week, crazy 2 weeks, and it's going to get crazier. So like I said, buckle up. And the most important thing, again, is what I want to talk about today is just keeping the right mindset and doing what's right for you and your loved ones, because that's what it is at the end of the day. Okay. Whatever side you lean on or lean towards or whatever it is, my suggestion would be is you need to do what is right for you and your family and what you feel is better for the country. Okay. Because that's really what it is. And don't get swayed by other people's opinions. Don't get swayed by, what maybe even someone you like is telling you to do, right? You see all these talking heads, you see all these celebrities and, different people and influencers coming out talking about who they support and all this other stuff. And you can get consumed in that, right? You can get consumed in that and say, oh, you know what? That's what I'm going to do too. Or your family or your friends or the people at or wherever you work, your occupation, your business, and whatever, just whatever society's telling you, whatever your culture's telling you to, do what's right for you, do what's right for you and your family, your loved ones, and do what's right what you feel is better for the country in the long run, and don't get consumed with what you're being told. Okay. And so, that's how I feel. And I don't, listen, at the end of the day, I don't really much care what anybody else's opinion is. I don't really much care what anyone else thinks or believe. At the end of the day, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do what I feel like I have to do, okay? And no one else is going to sway my opinion. But part of that is you got to know the facts, right? And this is how people get very, very thrown off and very confused and misled. There is a lot of bad information out there. So I would tell anyone is when you hear something, when you read something, when you see something, when someone tells you something, when someone does a Facebook post or an Instagram post or a TikTok post, Google it and see if it's really true or not, or do your research and read up on it. And then I would tell you to take a step further, do another search on maybe a search engine like DuckDuckGo, okay? Because you're going to get different results. Social media, Google, different outlets, they're biased, okay? Different ones you're going to get different information on, and different ones you're not going to get the whole story, plain and simple. DuckDuckGo is a little bit more unbiased, where you're going to maybe see some things on there that you may not see on a Google. And that's just it. Do your research, see what's real and what's really not, because there's a lot of bad information out there. There's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of bad opinions out there. There's a lot of just straight up lies. And I had this conversation with my wife the other day. If someone's running around talking bad about you and saying, untrue things about you, you could take them to court and sue them in a lawsuit for slander. Okay? You could sue them for making false claims about you. But meanwhile, you open up the internet and false claims are all over the place on both sides, right? So you could either take everything for face value, which you should know is not true, or you got to look into it. Like, before you go around sharing this stuff, believing something, telling other people about it, do your damn research, okay? Look into it further. See what's really true and what's not, and then formulate your opinion. Then formulate your belief. But people make that mistake all the time, okay? So do your research, get the facts. There is a lot of bad information out there. And look, that's just how it is. There's propaganda, there's misdirection, there's misleading information out there, and there's straight up lies. Like, literally straight up lies, okay? And, at the end of the day, again, not taking one side or the other, politicians aren't very honest, okay? Politicians tell you all these different things that they're going to do for you if you vote for them, and they promise you all this different stuff. And, at the end of the day, very little actually gets done. Very little actually gets done to help regular, everyday people. I'm old enough to have been through multiple administrations in my life, Democrat and Republican. And one thing I've seen consistent of all of that, at the end of the day, normal people continue to suffer while the ultra rich people continue to get richer and richer and richer and better and better and better. I'm not talking about the people who do pretty good in their life, get a couple $1 million. I'm talking about like ultra successful billionaires that are out there, multi-millionaires that are out there. And look at a lot of these politicians, right? They are public servants, and most of them are multi-millionaires, okay? So if that doesn't tell you that they don't have your interest in mind, but their own, then I don't know what will. So, you really got to understand that at the end of the day, they don't usually have your best interests in mind. Are some of them good, or some of them trying to make a change, or some of them trying to help you and help normal people? Yeah, but it's few and far in between how many are actually really trying to do that. And I've seen it. I've seen the gap. I've seen the gap of between the rich and the poor, and I've seen the middle class almost dissolved in my lifetime. So look, if that's a result of all these different, of both Democrats and Republicans, well then, which one do you choose, right? Which one really does have your best interests in mind? So again, it goes back to do your research, find the truth, find the facts, and then do what you feel is right for you, your loved ones, and this country, okay? Another part of this, and I see it a lot, you see it all day, and social media has taken and put it on steroids, really, because when I was younger, I always remember my parents and my grandparents saying there's 3 things that you don't talk about. It's money, religion, and politics. I don't know when that changed, when that unwritten rule changed, but it is out of control now. And I would say that a lot of it is because of social media. Everyone has a platform now. Everyone has an opinion now. And people just throw out the craziest shit. And people just say the most outlandish things. And people just, fuel fire of negativity. And then it just, all these people are arguing. All these people are fighting all the time. And I'll tell you one thing that I've never once seen on social media. Never once have I seen this. Two different people or multiple people are arguing about something. Never once, never have I seen someone say, hey, you know what? You're right. I was wrong. You're right. Yeah, thank you. Never. People are so dug in with their bullshit and their side and whoever it is that they follow and their tribalism of, this side or that side, that they refuse to ever admit if they were wrong or their side was wrong, and they will take that to the damn grave with them and not admit it, and they will never say to someone else, you know what, you're right, that's a great point, I never thought of it that way. I've never seen it. I have not seen it, and I've been on social media since the beginning of it. I'm 45 years old. I've lived with it from MySpace to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of it. Twitter, X, whatever the hell you want to call it now. No one ever says, you know what, you're right. I'm sorry. It just doesn't happen. So for you to sit there and argue with people and fight with people or post something just so your little echo chamber of people that you think will agree with you are going to and pat you on the back and on your little backside, oh yeah, it's so great, it's accomplishing nothing. The only thing that it's accomplishing is aggravating and fighting with other people and causing more negativity and drama and hate, okay? And words are powerful, and we've seen it. We've seen a 20-year-old last week try to shoot and kill the former president of the United States. You know what I was doing when I was 20 years old? I was partying, having a good time, trying to get girls, going out, bars, this and that, whatever. I had a fake ID, but long story short, I was not worried about killing the president. I can tell you that, okay? So that's how much this stuff fuels people. This is how much people can get consumed in this stuff, that a 20-year-old is going to go out there and try to kill and assassinate a former president of the United States and running for politics, running for president right now. That is insane. Okay, so that's how powerful words are. That's how quick things can escalate. That's how things can get taken out of control by what you read online, what people are arguing about, what people are fighting about, these different posts that you may or may not believe, these different posts that you might see and think are real and whatever it is and may not be. That's why I'm saying you need to do your research, see what's real, see what's not, okay? Because the rhetoric on both sides going back and forth, it's not good, okay? It's not good for people, all right? And this is the result when this kind of stuff happens. So that just goes to show you how far and out of control social media and political opinions can go, that a 20-year-old is going to go out there and obviously was going to die too, was going to go out there, risk his own life to try to kill Donald Trump. Like, crazy, right? But, would that have happened, years ago when social media wasn't around? Would that have happened if, like, the political climate isn't what it is right now? The arguing, the fighting back and forth, the negativity that comes from it, the violence that comes from it, all these different things. Social media is a big part of that, plain and simple. And, no one could tell me any different about that. So that's my opinion on that. So if you really think the stuff that you're posting, the stuff that you're saying online, the arguing, the fighting in the comments, and all that other stuff has accomplished anything good, then I don't know what to tell you, because it's not. All right. And look, at the end of the day, with all this stuff, and this is the way that I look at it, no matter who gets in, Republican, Democrat, whatever, at the end of the day, that next day, you still got to go to work. At the end of the day, you still got to handle your responsibilities. You still have bills. You still have responsibilities. You have people that you are accountable for. You have things in your life that you are accountable for. You have responsibilities, okay? And at the end of the day, you got to do that one way or another. So it is what it is. Whoever's in there, you're going to have to figure it out, make the best of it, and figure out how to be better regardless. Okay? So yeah, you can do your research. You can find out who you want to vote for, on whose policies you think are going to be better for your life and for this country. And you should go out there and vote. Do what you have to do. But at the end of the day, whoever wins, whoever loses that next day after that election for those next 4 years or whatever it is, you're going to have to still do what you have to do. You are still going to have to go out there and produce. You are still going to have to go out there and win. You are going to still have to go out there and be a good person, not be okay, do the right things. Be there for your loved ones, okay? That's what, regardless, personal excellence, you being a better person, you doing the right things, you showing that, you helping other people, you progressing in your life, getting better every day, progressing your career, your business, whatever it is. You know, if you're a family man, family woman, you have kids, teaching your children the right way, how to be a good person, how to go out there and get what they want and do what they want and work hard. That's your responsibility. So no matter who's in there, you still need to do that, okay? So work on yourself. Work on being better. Work on personal excellence. Work on being the best version of yourself that you could ever be. So at the end of the day, no matter who's in there, you know it is what it is, and I'm still going to do what I have to do, and I don't care what these, rich politicians tell me I need to do or not do. I'm gonna make the best of it. I'm gonna figure out what I need to do, and I'm gonna get it done for me and my loved ones. And it starts with you. That's what it is. Is everyone just worried about being a better person? If everyone just worried about their own personal excellence and how that can affect the people around them, then this world would be such a better place. Instead of worrying about everybody else and arguing and fighting and telling people they're wrong and being dug in with your ideology and all this other shit. Worry about yourself. Worry about being a better person. Worry about being a leader. Worry about being a winner. Worry about producing and being a productive member of society, not a scumbag. Okay? Do that, and the world will be a better place. Not some politician making it better for you. So you can see how I feel about this. These are my political views. This is how fired up I get about this stuff. Because I'm sick and tired of the climate and all this other crap and all this other political nonsense that's out there that has people always wanting to fight and hating each other for this and that and whatever side of politics you're on, your race, your religion, and all this other stuff. They get normal people to hate each other while the rich elites just continue to get richer. They don't give a shit about you. So do what's right for you. Do what's right for you and your loved ones. Be a better person. Work on getting better every single day. And then you'll make this world a better place. Then you'll make this country a better place. Plain and simple. So that's it. Look, I know I got a little fired up at the end of this, but that's the way I believe. This is how I believe, right? I'm going to work on bettering myself every single day because I know that's the way to get it done. I know that's the way that we all get better, okay? It starts within. Starts with yourself, okay? So, look, that's it. Buckle up. It's going to be a crazy bunch of few months. Once as we get to 100 days until the election, it's going to get crazier. All right, buckle up, be a good person, work on your own personal excellence, work on getting better, work on being a better person for you and the people that you love that are around you, and that's the best option that you have right now. Okay, so no one's going to come save you. Okay, no politician's going to come save you. It's on you. Do it. Go out there and get it. That's it. Thanks for joining the Mindset Movement. I'll see you all next week.